It's week 3 of the UPBA. We're just doing battles left and right, even though these are coming out once a week. For me, they're all over the place. So we are playing in week 3 D Train of of Canadian descent. I don't know. He's the St. Louis Bulus right now, just like I'm the Arizona Diamondboks, which I don't think I like actively acknowledged my rebrand. Well, as a team I've used before, just not on YouTube, and also I don't have like a following enough for it to matter. It's only people who watch these already know. So we have never beaten David. I believe we are 0-3, maybe 0-4. Let's see. We had the NSTL finals, close 1-0, good game. We had PTL season 1, trash game. I got wrecked. We had a PPL battle, which was just kind of okay, and he won. And then we had a Wi-Fi league battle that he just hacks the shit out of me in, and like it would have been a good battle otherwise. It's not like I lost because of it necessarily, but whatever. So it's our last chance at redemption before this man retires for like a year and comes back because he can't just resist the power, the fame, the glory of winning like every league he's in. So it's all good. So this is a big battle for us, but also like, Jesus Christ, also not like crazy because it's only week 3. But like personally for small victories, I'm trying to win here. So I don't know. I should look up what else he has on his team. But in the meantime, I will go over what I'm bringing. So I'm bringing a Scarf for Bombi. I don't know if it like outspeeds +2 Como or anything. It might. But just because it outspeeds everything on his team, and his only steel type technically would be either Silvally or Leyron. So fairy types do pretty much go in, and his also poison type is Skuntank, so that'll be neutral with fairy. So I can kind of spam Moonblast. I think I can like U-turn out. I don't really quite remember. He has Volcarona as an option, so I had HP Rock for that just in case. Honorable mentions that he did not bring Volcarona, Kartana, Piloswine, and Skuntank. So, you know, I was actually like somewhat worried for a couple of those. I thought Piloswine could be a big issue just because I have Zygarde and like Muck, I guess. But like the team I brought, Piloswine wasn't too great against, so it was good calling his part. And Volcarona I can always just sweep. I figured like, well, Scizor dies to a fire move, and Zygarde can only hit it back so hard if it's already got speed. So stuff like that. So I have a setup Manaphy, just set up 3 attacks. That's basically what I'm bringing all the time. I have a Scizor set that is is it knockoff? I don't know. Remember my last move, but it's agility, baton pass, and at least bullet punch. So that's the thing. And then I have obviously the plan there is the baton pass into Manaphy. I have a setup Zygarde. It's like Ground EMZ. I don't remember my moves, but obviously I have at least Dragon Dance and 1,000 Arrows, which looking at his team, no ground resist, just Landorus, which, you know, double Intimidate with Landorus and Manectric does mitigate Zygarde quite a bit, but I can still get off big hits, especially if I can get Ground EMZ off. But also in hindsight, Ground EMZ, even if it's 1,000 Arrows, I don't think would hit a flying type. So like I can't Ground EMZ the Landorus, which sucks, even though like 1,000 Arrows would hit him. So it just depends on what move he has, if he has HP Ice or Toxic or what on Landorus. I have a Xatu, which is actually just dual screens. Dazzling Gleam Memento. So Dazzling Gleam for the Como, so he can't set up in my face. Any other setup I can Memento, but I don't. Because it would have to kind of be speed, like with Landorus, Rock Polish, or Volcarona. Well, I guess Volcarona would get Dragon Dance especially, but still, just as a thing. And then I have AV Muck, which is pretty specially defensive, so obviously that'll help with a Manectric, it'll help with a Volcarona, it'll help with a Finny. So Muck it'll help with the Xatu. But Muck has an extremely good matchup here. It's really just like Landorus that's an issue for it, and I do still have Ice Punch. So we're just gonna go into the battle. I'm gonna lead Rabambi here. I've been having a habit of just leading my Scarfers. Seems to have been working out so far. And we're gonna have like weird audio on this one. So let's see if I can maybe make it a little quieter. I don't know how the system records audio. I can always change it in post. So he's going to lead Silvally. I'm going to see that it is, in fact, Silvally Ground. So I can really just Moonblast. I mean, he can Parting Shot. He can... I don't really know what he can do. But it doesn't do quite half. And he goes for Thunder Wave. So I think it's probably a little more physically defensive. I don't really know what he needed to like ground for, because like it's not like Thunderous, like he can hit it Thunderous with the ground type. He probably has like Ice Beam or something. But since I'm Scarfed, even though I'm Thunderwaved, I'm pretty sure my speed's still pretty decent, especially against something like the Silai that's going to be defensive. So I'm going to Moonblast this Xatu, and I actually get a crit. So really quick, the way crits work, obviously, is it's 1.5 times damage. So a 50% hit will do 75% damage. And this clearly does more than 75% damage. So, like, in theory, this definitely, like, 2-hit KO. I don't know, maybe it was damage roll range, maybe it was, like, a 55 to, like, 44 hit. I don't really know if the spread can even work for that. But, like, I'm like 99% sure this doesn't matter. And since I'm paralyzed, he thinks he could probably still like get off a move or anything. But luckily, I do not get parried for 2 turns worth of paralysis opportunities. I don't know. So I take care of that too early with the Scarf Bomb. It's a great win for me. So he's gonna go Manectric. So obviously, like, I can expect some sort of a Flamethrower or Thunderbolt or Volt Switch. I do have Zygarde, so I don't think he needs to predict with an HP Ice. But I feel like Volt Switch. It's the riskier. He'd rather just Flamethrower. I mean, there's a freaking burn chance, and if I can live like a Thunderbolt, then Rabami gets like a plus, more than half hit off with Moonblast. So he does Flamethrower. I am Assault Vest, so this is gonna be super easy. Eat it up. It still actually does like a decent amount. I think I have more attack than like special defense or something. I'm not as like specially bulky as I could be, especially if I'm trying to hit a Manectric. So that's okay. I am going to knock off because I figured he's not going to stay in. Or knock off can do a lot. I have Poison Touch. But I'm actually going to get rid of his Sabanberry, which makes sense for Zygarde. But also, like, I don't know if I have Outrage. I think I do just because I didn't need anything else. But I can go straight into Uxie as he's Stealth Rocks, which is fine with me. So I kind of have to choose if I want to go for Light Screen or Reflect. I figure I can just Reflect because his options for Uxie are on the more physical side. So like that's basically fine. So I will Reflect later. I could Light Screen, but I think there's a chance this thing could defog. So I don't want to set up a screen to have him defog. I figure he might knock off, he might Toxic. I mean, he could even U-turn, but I felt Mega Scizor is a pretty safe switch here because I'll dodge a Toxic like that. And if he defogged, it's whatever. So now basically here's my chance to Agility, because I figure it's a Landorus, like he's gonna have like Earthquake or whatever, so like he probably feels safe that I can't set up. But I actually outspeed this thing because I needed enough speed that if he had a fast thing in on me, I could still outspeed it and get the Baton Pass off. But he's actually gonna show Hidden Power Fire, which is like extremely good on his part. So now he knows I have to Baton Pass. I obviously, like, he sees Agility, he knows the Baton Pass is coming. So he is going to make the right play and go for Toxic here as I go into Manaphy. I could have just Agility to get him to make him, like, nervous. But, like, I couldn't risk getting killed. So I'm going to dodge the Toxic. So this is basically really big. Especially because, like, one, I'm not Lumberry. We'll see my item. But I'm not Lumberry. I could have been. It definitely crossed my mind. But also, he told me that he was actually Toxic Protect. So he had Toxic Protect, I think Defog, and Hidden Power Fire. So Hidden Power Fire was his only attacking move. So Muck, like, walled this thing to ages, but I would never know that. So, like, unless I saw his all 4 moves. So, like, it was actually, like, a very smart set by him, because, like, Muck's not staying on this thing. It would only matter in, a late game scenario where this is his only thing left, and, like, I have, like, Muck or something. So, good play on his part, and I basically knew he was going to Toxic, but, like, you're just in a position where you can't risk it. And for all I know, he could have, like, U-turned into Manectric, and then I couldn't Baton Pass into Manaphy as safely because he could start Thunderbolting. So even if he had U-turn, like, I figured he could go for a U-turn there because I didn't know his set. So I'm going to go straight for the Ice Beam, and I'm going to risk getting Toxic, and I'm going to risk a Yachi Berry because Surf, if he's like really bulky, wouldn't kill, but Ice Beam would. So very lucky for me, he does not have the Yachi Berry. So now he's going to go into Manectric, and this was my master plan. So it does suck that like he would have Toxic'd me and then protected, and then he could have come in here. So I am a Wakanberry. That's the item I decided to go for, and he's going to Thunderbolt. I'm going to eat it. No crit, no para. I'm going to go pretty low. So basically, had he gotten the Toxic off, I would have died after this turn. Like, it would have been like 7, 14, 21. Honestly, I might not have even survived that turn. I might have had to just attack. So then he would have sacked off Savali, and then I would have died. So Toxic was definitely huge. I would have gotten rid of something, be it the Lando or this or whatever. So like I go up 6-4. I probably would have been up 5-4 regardless. But since Manaphy was a huge part of my setup, that creates huge issues for David. Oh, wait, that doesn't make sense. It would have created huge issues for me had this thing gone down. So I did dodge the Toxic. Toxic is like the best inward move in the game because it's just annoying as hell, but it misses all the time for no reason. So I'm going to Energy Ball this thing at +3. It doesn't KO because he's Assault Vest, which is like a decently smart play. So like, had I set up with Manaphy and gotten low, he could have revenged me like this, but he doesn't. I don't know if that's a low roll or what, but Reflect goes down. Reflect was worthless. I guess if I set up a light screen, like a lot of this would kind of been a little bit nullified because I mean he might have made a different switch into Manectric, but the Manectric Thunderbolt even through will probably not have done much. So he does get a special attack drop, but I'm still at +2 because Tailgloat's kind of broken. But obviously, like you have to do stuff like this to make Manaphy really work, or be Z Rain Dance. But obviously Zygarde is my Z, and I can't afford the budget. So +2 Surf can still take out a Manectric. He's doubt here. He knows better. So I go up like 5-1, I think, and yep, here we go. So Manaphy is gonna get 5 kills. I'm gonna 6-0 the myth, the legend D-Train. Obviously, it would not have been a 6-0 without the Toxic miss. And also it creates another kind of like half issue of that's 3 weeks in a row where I've won with some bit of luck, and every single one has been like early mid game, and every single one has been like, well, you don't know. Well, like I guess like week 1 was just like damage rolls, but like week 2 was an early crit on Suicune, and Zygarde would have gotten chipped, and then here it's like I missed the Toxic Manaphy, would have died after like a couple turns, and I only would have Zatu, it was already down, and Savali probably would have gotten sacked. So like. And in theory, with his Landorus set, Muck had an extremely good time against his team with Savali ground out. So like like that, like we're not gonna D himself admit he's actually like an extremely good sport. Like I when he can get that hacked out horribly, and he'll just be like, that was like really annoying. It won't just be like, oh, like you guy didn't deserve it, or like that's bullshit or whatever. Like. So he's real cool about it. He's like, yeah, like certainly would have been a 6-0. Like we can all agree to that, but can't say how it would have gone. So huge swing in differential for us. We're gonna go 3-0 +12, I think now, because we went 3-0 the first 2 weeks. So that's huge. I got over my curse against David. It took a Toxic miss. I mean, I certainly wouldn't have wanted to have to like do like the mental battle of defeating him like with skill, but we are like, I don't know, we're very similar, like builders and players. Maybe not builders as much, but for players for sure. Like I'll watch him battle and like be calling his moves or be like, hey, he should make like one of these two, and like it'll always go. It's rare he misplays, and if he does, like it generally not super important. So, like I feel like I could have gotten in his head maybe, but like, obviously I can say that now that I won 6-0. It's easy. So I don't know. So obviously like the best start of all time for us, 3-0 +12. I have a very good record in Wi-Fi leagues. I've lost 2. Well, okay, Wi-Fi league specifically, I've lost 2 Wi-Fi battles in, and it was in one league that I went 4-2 before it died. And then I went 2-0 in a league run by Mid, and then I went 4-0 in that revival of that league by Mid, and those both died. And now I'm 3-0 in this. So like very good starts in Wi-Fi leagues. At the very least, I think I've 2-0'd all 4 of the Wi-Fi leagues I've been in. I've started 2-0. The one I lost some battles in, I lost week 3, I think, something like that. I don't think I started 3-0. I might have, but I don't think I did. So there we go. B David, he'll drop to 2-1. We were both 2-0 here, so like guaranteed 3-0 team. So I don't know where we're at in the standings, simply because we're guaranteed second place, I believe. I'm not even sure there are any other undefeated teams at this point besides Zombie, who can beat Dr. Slaking and go up 3-0 with better differential. But he's +9, so he could win +2. and I could still beat him. Or if he went +3, I think I'll beat him by alphabetical because I'm Arizona. I don't really remember how we're doing it, so that's fine. I don't even play him, so like it'll be tough to get tiebreakers if we're both like winning all our battles. Well, that's fine. So thanks for watching. It's kind of unfortunate that it wasn't like a straightforward, like really good battle. Like I would have liked a good, like even hex-free battle against David and like one on my own merit. But like you take it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, toxic miss. Here, I'll go like I'll click tail glow or something and let you toxic me. Like you have to play around it. And like obviously the toxic makes sense, but like had he been in anything else or whatever the situation was, like basically his plan to beat Manaphy was either toxic with Landorus as I tried to set up, or switch into it, or Manectric, which I had the Wakanberry for. So like it's not like he really had, and like obviously Finny, if I was only at +6 and low enough that he could revenge me with like Moonblast because he was a self-this. So like it's not like I totally looked my way, but it's I always feel the need to defend myself when I get lucky because like it's just how it goes. Like it doesn't feel good to win with luck. Like no one's like, oh, I did it. Like you're just like, oh well, it's a win, I'll take it. But like at the same time, it's like I don't you don't want to be like, oh, like I only won because of luck. Like that's the distinction I'm trying to make here. So whatever. So thanks for watching up to this point. I'll have once again a layout made by Trog. Hopefully it looks nice. Hopefully I learn how to edit for once in my life. And, yep, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next week for week 4. Who we're playing? We're playing Dreadful Dragonite. He's not real. I don't even know. All right, whatever. Bye. Thanks.